Good morning. Where is my pen? Well, I'll find that in a minute. Who did I end up designing yesterday? Yesterday, I designed Morning Dove. I haven't posted this finished thing yet. I'm still debating whether this is her. I'm just not sure yet. I'm gonna actually mute a moment so I can actually find my drawing pen. Give me a sec. Hello, I was sitting on it. Anyway. Okay. So yeah, yesterday I did Morning Dove. I actually didn't get to talk about her much, but the main gist is that she's Nettlepool's mom, and she's dead, and StarClan is preventing her from seeing her son. Though I need to further flesh that out. Anyway. I guess let's roll the wheel. See who today's victim is. Oh yeah, I gotta reset. Give me a second. There we go. Kind of. Now it's all messed up again. There. Perfect. Yeah, let's see. Hopefully it's someone interesting. Badger Strike. Hello, everyone. Give me a second. I get Badger Strike and, his brother mixed up. Give me a second to check my, I got him and Raccoon Claw mixed up. So give me, okay. There's not much to Badger Strike, but I'll draw him. Might as well get some less notable characters out of the way. Can't just do all of the ones that I really like. Okay. You're fine, Hybrid. Well, let me actually get a badger here. What kind of badger? Guess I'll take them all. Give me this image. I don't think okay, so the only one of Badger Strike's kin that I have a design for is Timberwolf. But Timber is Badger's nephew, so that's not going to matter for his own design. Oh, fun. I think Badgers are cool. For a lot of the Moon Clan names, intimidation is really big in Moon Clan at the moment. So a lot of cats will name their kits intimidating names. Like we've got like Hawk or Raccoon. I mean Raccoon less so, but Adder, Quill, Osprey, Raptor, Fox. Yeah. And typically, and this is mainly a Bear Star and Hawk Star, and kind of an Osprey Star thing. But so naming in Moon Clan is very like quote unquote traditional. You will not see as many wild suffixes or prefixes in Moon Clan as you will the other two. Part of that is they don't interact with outsiders as much as the other two clans, and thus aren't pulling in odd names from that way. Plus it's just the way Moon Clan kind of is. Current Moon Clan, as of the beginning of Echoes, is in an era of wanting really strong names. Thus why a lot of cats will name their kits after predators or after like dangers. Not everyone does it, of course, but and then for warrior names, a lot of times it depends on the personality of the cat. If the cat seems to really fall into the standards of a Moon Clan cat, they'll get a quote-unquote powerful name like Strike or Claw or Fang, Bite, that kind of. Storm also, that like genre of name. They can also be named after something like a feat or something that happened to them in while they were training, that was interesting. I'm trying to remember if I have any examples. But yeah, there's a cat later who gets named after, he gets picked up by a hawk. And he lives, but he ends up getting the suffix flight, because that's something that happened to him. Also, hello, Neony Dragons, welcome. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Excuse me. But yeah. And then cats who don't. Do I like making lore of your OCs? Yes, I very much enjoy OC lore. That's why I do it so frequently. It's fun to just think about my characters. Yeah, so there's intimidating names, and then there's also the like, oh, you did something special kind of names. And then there's a third category of you aren't the best example of a Moon Clan cat, so I'll give you can have like an uninteresting name. This comes with the examples I'd have are cats like Beetlefoot, and Lion Fur, Quill Stripe, though Quill Stripe got more interesting as she grew up. Would you ever give your OCs special powers or abilities, or no? Boy, are we in the right place. I think I talked about it briefly in a different stream, but something that makes Echoes unique in its warrior catness, I guess it's not that unique, but anyway, Sun Clan, Moon Clan, and Eclipse Clan have some superpowered cats called gifted cats. They get the ability to see Star Clan and just spirit cats in general, without a lot of effort needing to be put in. In my lore, if a dead cat wants to make itself known to a living cat, it takes a lot of concentration and some amount of like spiritual connection from the living cat. With gifted cats, that's not, the concentration thing is not necessary, because they're essentially supercharged. Yeah, they're essentially supercharged. And alongside being able to see the dead, they also get a secondary power. And it's usually, my rule with it is that it isn't a physical change to the cat. So like I'm never going to have like, oh, this cat's gift is that they have fins now. Should I make him? What is your expression, my good sir? But yeah, I'm never gonna have a cat that's like, oh, I've got fins, or like, oh, they've got wings now. And they can fly, or they have like super speed. Some examples I have are my main characters, Mossy Glow, Nettlepool, and Angel Wish. They are this universe's first gifted cats in a while. And so Mossy has essentially like super empathy. I haven't found the best term for it yet. Essentially she can transfer her emotions onto others. She can also take the emotion, like she can feed off of other cats' emotions, but she's worked really hard to make that not be a thing, because it's difficult to deal with. But yes, that's her power. Nettlepool can see he can see the auras of, or he sees like an aura or a glow around a sick or injured cat, and the color and intensity tells him kind of what's wrong and like how fatal what they have is, or how close it is to being fatal. And then Angel Wish has I'm trying to think what I'm doing with this guy. How fluffy do I want this man to be? He should be relatively fluffy. Yeah. Anyway. So Angel is able... Now, as I just said, it's difficult for dead cats to show themselves to non-gifted living cats. Angel Wish's power makes it easier. She has the power to make the dead visible to the living. There is also, like, there's an extra bit with the secondary power. If it is trained, there is, like, some cats get a secondary, like, ability with their secondary power. My best example is, of course, Angel, because she trains to a point where not only can she make the dead visible to the living, but she can also make them invisible to gifted cats, which she uses to hide her friend Shadowish. And then another example that I have it's just on the cusp of, or just on the border of what I would say is a viable gifted power, with my rule set. Badger Strike is a cat. He will not be getting powers. He is just a regular cat. Also, CSX, I'll get to your thing in a second, but I don't know what power Cobalt would have. You would have to decide that. But so yeah, one of the powers that's, like, just on the, like, just on the, like, border. No, his name is just Badger Strike. I'm using badgers as a reference for his markings later. But so another, oh my gosh. Okay. So there's another cat. Her name is Grey Dew. I might change that. Her name is originally Grey Frost, and I'm trying to find a different suffix because her mother is Frost Heart, and I'm just trying to find something else for her. I don't think Grey Dew is it. But anyway, I guess I'll just call her Grey Frost for now. So, Grey Frost, she has the power to heal injuries. It takes a lot of energy, and she can only fully heal small injuries like scratches and scrapes. Bigger injuries, she can lessen the amount of time it takes for them to heal naturally. But she can't fully heal, like, An example in the story is a cat named Bat Ear. She's Bat Paw at the time. She gets... I'm trying to think of how to say this in the least graphic way possible. She and a group are out hunting. She's learning about she's learning things. Anyway, so she gets caught on a deer antler, and loses an eye. And Grey Paw she's Grey Paw at the time, tries to help her as much as she can. Would she have attempted to fully heal Bat Ear? Probably, but I mean, she can't make her grow an eye back. Plus, at that point in the story, Grey is trying to hide her powers. I don't know how much... Like, none of this is important to Badger Strike, by the way. This is just the rest of the story. I haven't talked all that much about the second half of the story. But essentially, Grey's trying to hide her powers, mostly because her mother doesn't want her forced into a healer position. Oh no, Rick Astley is here. But yeah, she doesn't want her daughter forced into a healer's position. Plus Frostheart is not super down with the current leader at that time. Osprey Star is just a mess. I love her. Oh no, I've been rickrolled. You got me. I'll have to end my entire career. Thank you. And thank you for the rickroll. But yeah, Frostheart is just... She's not down with what Osprey Star is doing, and she's like, don't... As soon as Grey reveals her power, she's like, you cannot tell anyone. This has to stay a secret. Only use it in the only use your power in my presence. You rickroll live streamers with your display name. Hey, that's funny. Well, thank you for stopping by my stream. I very much appreciate it. Why is they so fluffy? I like making fluffy. But yeah. So Gray isn't... The rule is that Gray isn't supposed to use her powers, all that much. But of course she breaks that rule. She is typically very good at following that rule. She breaks it to help her friend, of course. But yeah. You thought I was drawing a humanoid furry? No, I draw cats here. I don't know how to comfortably draw anthro stuff. It's all feral cats here. Excuse me. But yeah. Eventually she does reveal her power. When the final conflict really gets big, but that'll be a story for another day. I don't know what day, because Gray is not on the list right now. Are there any cats in the story who had secret powers that you haven't introduced or revealed they have it? Not in this story. Besides Gray, Gray Paw is... There's a plot within the story, because at that point, Moon Clan's gifted cat, Nettlepool, is no longer living in Moon Clan. And so Moon Clan is left without a gifted cat, and Osprey Star is determined to... She's sure that Star Clan wouldn't leave Moon Clan high and dry without a fun little gifted cat. And so she convinces herself that her nephew, Nightpaw, is showing signs of being, or he's Night Kid at the time, but is showing signs of being a gifted cat, and so he is put in the new healer position alongside, well, not alongside, but later on, Hollypaw, or no, Fernpaw. Fernpaw also becomes a healer, not because the cats think she's gifted, but because she, complained until she got what she wanted. Plus, at that point, the current healer, Sand Swirl, is, not feeling great. Alright. If you do end up leaving, then I hope you have a good, day, night, sleep. But yeah, then further in the plot, or in the story, right before things get right as things are getting pretty bad. Fern essentially says that she says that it's nighttime here in your country. It's 8:30 in the morning for me, so but Fern Holly says that she convinces Osprey Star that she's secretly been a gifted cat this whole time. To get the upper hand. It's something. It's given you so many ideas. I'm glad. I'm glad I can cause some inspiration. What do I want you to look like, sir? But yeah, other than her, the sequel series technically has instead of having a gifted cat that hasn't revealed that they're a gifted cat, there's instead one who doesn't know. Dragon Song has powers, but he is not from the clans, and thus has no idea that these things he's been experiencing are not normal. I mean, he realizes that they aren't normal, but he doesn't have a name for them until he interacts more with the clans. But yeah. Badger tails. I don't like that tail. Now that I've talked about everyone but Badger Strike, let me talk a little bit about Badger Strike. So I believe I discussed the extra jobs I've given my cats. What badger am I mainly going to base them off of? I'm not sure yet. I'll see where my heart lies after he's lined. It might just end up being a European badger. Though I am liking some of these others. Their colors are really nice. A honey badger would be the next. Option, maybe. I don't know. Maybe an American badger. Like I said, I'll figure out. Anyway. I talked about jobs in a different stream. I think I talked about all my OCs look so huggable. Thank you. I'm just drawing so they're all fluffy right now. everyone just is ending up fluffy right now. But I think I talked about... Why is your tail not coming out right, sir? Maybe I need to put it in a different position. I was... brain work. I think I talked about, I called them deputies in training. If I did not, I can explain what the hell that means. But honey badgers are terrifying. They're really... Oh my. Maybe. I'll have to... Like I said, I'll figure it out. I have to look at my boy all color or all lined before I can truly get the vibe of the situation. But yeah, the deputy in training, which I've now decided to call vice deputy. But anyway, I talked about that at a different point, I think. The reason I bring it up is because Badger Strike is Moon Clan's vice deputy. He is a fighter. And he doesn't currently have a mate. And I don't know if he's currently pursuing anyone. I have to recheck. I have to re-establish the ages of everyone because I lost that information. What if I made it a little less fluffy? But yeah, he's like a model Moon Clan cat. He's a fighter. He enjoys battling, enjoys battle training, and he's just down for all the nonsense. He has a brother named Raccoon Claw, who decided to take a different path. Raccoon Claw has a lot... They're both fierce cats. But Raccoon Claw is a little chiller. And he decided to become a hunter. And he's got a mate and some kits. His mate is Bright Rain, and she is currently in the nursery with his two kits. Or with their two kits, I should say. Timber Kit and Toad Kit. Hi Loyal, welcome. One of which definitely does not have a whole story about being just a sucky guy. I don't remember. I'm now realizing I don't remember what I made Toad Kit's warrior name. You know what? I think this guy needs to be fluffier. But yeah, while Raccoon decided to go down a less violent path, Badger said, nah, I know what I'm gonna do. And, I mean, he got rewarded for it. He was, Hawkstar and Golden Fang's choice for Vice Deputy. School gave you free ice cream. Ooh. Ice cream's good. It's... I want to say spoiler warning, but there's literally nowhere except from my mouth that you can see or hear about my story. So, I guess, spoiler alert, Badger Strike does not end up becoming deputy. He ends up becoming dead. Also, hope you're having fun in school. I do not miss school. Well, sometimes. But I'm never sure. I always change whether I layer the right side fluff under or over the neck fluff. Yeah, he looks fine. Yeah. But yeah, so poor Badger never does get to be deputy or leader or anything. But he's chill. I do feel really bad about it, because Badger Strike is cool. I did only recently decide, so, does he get killed by a badger? No, he gets killed by Angel Wish. So for those, I haven't talked about that too much. I've brought it up before, but yeah, Badger's such a good name. But so when I refer to it, I usually refer to it as the massacre. Some things happen, and Angel Wish does a thing. She has a little possessed rampage moment. I'm sorry. I know, it's sad to know he dies. And I'll talk about that decision that I had to make in a second. But yeah, Angel has a rampage moment. She takes out like a chunk of the cast. AU where he becomes leader actually. Yeah. Honestly, I think Moon Clan would have been better off if he had not been adamant trying to protect Hawkstar. How old was he? I'm still trying to refigure out ages, but he probably would have been between the ages of like 6 and 8 years old. Maybe a little older. Everyone's kind of just getting the same generic adult look unless they're like an elder right now. Just so I have designs for everyone, and then I will make age-accurate art at a separate point. But yeah, so Angel takes out a good chunk of the cast before she herself is taken out. And so I always knew that both Hawkstar and Golden Fang were going to be eliminated, shall we say, during this event. Yeah, he was protecting his leader. I mean, Hawkstar's not a great guy, but he was his leader, so all can be forgiven. But anyway, I always knew that both Golden Fang and Hawkstar were gonna be taken out. Because Osprey Star needs to become leader, and I didn't want to kill off. I like Golden Fang. I feel really bad that I have to end him for Osprey's benefit, but what was my numbers on the Logie Bear? I don't remember. Let me look. But anyway. Let me find myself quick. I got 99 through 104. But yeah, I knew I had to, that Golden Fang and Hawkstar were going to be casualties. But then, I remembered 145 through 150. Ooh, good luck. But yeah, I remembered that I had added, at some point I added the, vice deputy position as a thing, and I hadn't actually picked who that was going to be before redoing the allegiances. And so I had to choose yet another cat to be senselessly taken out. Because I didn't want to prematurely eliminate Golden Fang, but also he isn't old enough to retire by the time of the incident. And he probably wouldn't retire anyway. At that point in time. But I just couldn't justify making Osprey Star the vice deputy, or I should be calling her Osprey Storm, because that's her name. Because, give me a moment, I need to answer a phone call. Alright, I am back. Oh, dropping my phone. And I've got a dog. Hi, doggy. I need this hand. I know. Anyway, yeah, I just couldn't justify making Osprey Storm the vice deputy. Hawkstar loves his daughters. He absolutely adores his kin. And he's not opposed to nepotism, but he just felt like Osprey Star just would not have been the right choice. Plus she might not have been... See, this is why I have to reestablish how old everyone is. She might not have been old enough. Yeah, I have to reestablish other reasons why she would not have been chosen. But she didn't get chosen. And I decided Badger Strike would be would make sense as the choice. Also, yay, I get a derpy hug. I need to fully design her. I will get to it eventually. Right now my time is being taken up by reworking my Echoes lore and trying to beat Jevil Deltarune. Even though I'm not good. I'm not good at all. Anyway. So yeah, poor Badger Strike is put in the line of fire so that Osprey Storm can fake a sign that StarClan says that she should be the next leader. You need a stream where Raleigh replaces me. I don't know. He might. It would be funny to make just a talk sprite of my dog. But yeah, I can't wait till I get till it rolls Golden Fang. I like Golden Fang. I like Golden Fang. Let the dog get more screen time. He's off looking out the window right now. He's too big to hold in my lap, so he doesn't get to speak on the microphone. But yeah. I should not be as... I'm attached to some of these characters that, like, they're not important at all to the story. Art fight is over. I might see about commissioning you to do Neon's Eevee form. Ooh. I would love to. Yeah, hit me up when art fight's over, and I would be happy to do that. Just an April Fool's prank. That would actually be really funny. I will have to keep that in mind. And once we've all forgotten about it, I will strike. We'll see. I don't have a webcam, so I can't actually, at this point in time, be like, okay, I'm gonna do a face reveal, and actually it's my dog or my cat. But maybe in the future. We'll see. Anyway, what was I talking about? Being too attached to characters that don't matter. But yeah, there's a lot of characters, like, I thought at basic lore about them and have not continued to do anything with them, but I got attached anyway. Which is why all the clans have like 40 cats each. Because I'm like, oh, but I can't get rid of Berry Flame, he's a silly little guy. He's super important. And I can't get rid of Splash Cloud because I made a little story for him. And you can't make me get rid of I can't get rid of I'm trying to think of I can't get rid of Pumpkin Mist because I like her. Even though I couldn't tell you more than a basic personality for her. Let me give you more of a smile going on. Now we're here at the coloring phase. I think an American Badger would be interesting. Maybe a mix? They kind of have the same look. Show me the badgers. Where is the American Badger? I was looking at the wrong badger. They don't have a similar look. But yeah, I don't know. I get too attached to my little guys. I like these colors. Let me snatch it. Like, of course, I've got the most attachment to Mossy Glow, Nettlepool, and Angel Wish because they are the main characters. There's some badgers. Let me just choose a random color to start with. I'll probably change his colors as I continue on with the design. I want to see if I like his face better with American or European badger markings. So actually let me grab a white. We'll just directly color pick because I'm lazy. But yeah, and Golden Fang is one of those characters that I'm kind of like, you're not actually all that important, but I like you. You're cool. Really like badgers. And a Blake plush. Oh. From Pop Goes. Badgers are cool. I like badgers. But yeah, I don't know. I've removed all of the characters that I didn't actually care about, besides Beetlefoot. I have no idea what Beetlefoot's personality is going to be. I gave him children. I added more cats to the allegiances. Derpy's warrior name should be menacing, but when they see her, she's just a sweet little derpy cat. That's fun. I have a character that does that. Venom Strike, my boy. But yeah. Golden Fang isn't important that much to the story other than dying. But I like him. He's a cool dude, and I'm sad that he has to be put. I am eternally sad that he has to be put on the chopping block for Osprey Star to mess the entirety of Moon Clan up. But yeah, as I said, I removed most of the cats I didn't have any attachment to besides Beetlefoot. I don't know why. I don't have any attachment to him, and he isn't connected to any other story. He's just kind of there. But I did give him 2 kits because I needed to fix the timeline thing. But I don't know. Blah blah blah. Trying to think if there's any other cats that are like that. I don't know what to do with Beetlefoot. I might end up removing him. Hello, dog. Thank you for speaking the words. Now my dog is speaking the words. Okay, so there's kind of a American Badger look. Oh, chuck the wrong thing off. Versus on the top of my head, think of a menacing warrior name. My mind went completely blank. Scorpion Sting. I don't know. Rip Beetlefoot. I just don't know what to do with him. I gave him 2 kits. Their names are Starling Swoop and Crane Puddle. And their only reason for existing, besides whatever story I end up giving to them, is... your dog doesn't bark. Some dogs don't. That is strange, though. But anyway, so I talked about Raptor Claw a little bit. I didn't go into whatever lore I'm giving him. But I did talk about the fact that he is now a cat that exists, and I was trying to figure out if that was going to work as a viable warrior name in MoonClan. But with the way I'm picturing what Raptor Claw looks like, I think... Ooh. I kind of like this more than if I had made... Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, I think I like this more, actually. What was I talking about? Right. So, Raptor Claw. I have decided that, I'm gonna restart the process of this so I can make it look better. Carnage Claw? Maybe. But, so Raptor Claw. I decided that with how I'm picturing him, he would be an amazing candidate to be Sweet Storm's grandfather. I'm picturing him with the same kind of dull coat that I've given Sweet Storm, and there is a good few of my my Arc 2 cats that just kind of appeared, and I tried to figure out kind of like, oh, who are you related to? Where did you come from? But I never decided who Sweet Storm's parents are related to, until now. So, I have decided that Raptor Claw has kits with, Starling Swoop, and they end up having Sweet Storm's dad. I think I need to re-find what his warrior name is. Because I think he was Eagle Storm. He was Eagle Storm at one point. But now I'm not as sure I want to do that. Dog barks at air. Carnage Claw is a cool name. I'll have to see how I feel. But, so yeah. I don't know if I want to keep his name being, I'm gonna take this picture. No, I'm not. I don't know if I want to keep him as Eagle Storm, because part of Sweet Storm's whole thing with choosing his, like, final name, because he goes through quite a few, is I've decided that his reason for choosing to go by Sweet instead of his original warrior name, or his original name, which is Eagle Kit. He was named after his father. But the reason Sweet Storm chooses not to go by the name Eagle again, once he finally decides that he no longer wants to be held by the name Deadpaw, he decides he wants to be able to forge his own path, and being held down by a name that was given to him by someone who wanted him to be someone else is not the way he wants to go about things. But that's why I'm not sure if I want to keep Eagle's name as Eagle Storm, because then there's still that issue of, well, he's still kind of named after his father, even if the leader at the time would not have known that even if Rosie Star wasn't trying to do it on purpose, I don't know. So I'm trying to find a new prefix, or a new suffix for a big eagle, I guess I'll call him. But anyway, all that to say, that Raptor and Starling Swoop have an eagle kit, and then Eagle grows up, becomes mates with Spark Leap, and they have their own Eagle kit. And Eagle Senior is named after his mom's one of his mom's parents. Let me check really quick. I gotta keep going back to these allegiances to remember what I wrote. But yeah, so she names her son after her mom, Eagle Cry. And then Sparkleap names her son, Eagle Kit, after her mate, who is dead. Lots of dead people here. But hey, it's Warrior Cats. What are you gonna do? What was it? Am I liking how this is coming out? Change a few things. But yeah, so I added 2 extra cats. Crane Puddle. I want to make. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with Crane Puddle. Because I wanted to make him Raptor Claw's mate, but I'm not feeling the connection between them. So I don't know if that is going to work out the way I wanted it to. Crane Puddle is a cute name. Crane Puddle originally really doesn't like his name. He thinks it's too soft of a name. He didn't get a cool, like, battle name, like Crane Talon or Crane Claw, Crane Fang. But he does eventually learn to like the name Crane Puddle. Should I add? I could add a white stripe. Ugh. I'm getting all the derpy huggies. But yeah, he originally doesn't like his name. Because he thinks it's weak, and he thinks he was named that way because, he had an incident as an apprentice where, he fell in a puddle during a hunt. He ruined a hunt by falling into a puddle, and he thinks that, Hawkstar was making fun of him with the name Crane Puddle. I'm trying to decide if there is a different meaning for why Hawkstar chose that name, or if he just was like, you're not like that interesting, so I'm just gonna pull a name out of my imaginary hat, and Puddle. Puddle sounds fine. You're Hawk Puddle now, or you're Crane Puddle. I'm Hawk. I don't know. Blah. Do I like the stripe? Sparrow Puddle's a cute name. I want to find a good bird prefix to go with the suffix dance. Because I was doing a random generator and it generated the name Bird Dance, which is a cool name, besides the fact that bird and dance have an overlapping D. I want to find a really good bird name to go with dance. I don't know. I will figure it out at some point. Not that I'm gonna need a character with dance in their thing, in their name anytime soon. Or I'm gonna use whatever character that name will go to, anytime soon. Yeah, I love Obstagoon. He's so cool. I'm trying to, now that I'm thinking about, like, I am in the mood to make more warrior cat names. I shouldn't, but I'm kind of tempted to do the next set of allegiances. I really shouldn't, because this set isn't done. I mean, the allegiances are, but I haven't finished designing everyone yet. Swan Dance is good. Yeah, oh! I could give that to Swan Star. I'm not 100% on her current suffix, her current warrior name. Swan's Dryad is just, I don't know. I'm not vibing with it as much as I was before. Her and her sister both need warrior name changes. Because, I don't know, Ravenfrost is just kind of a boring name that doesn't particularly fit her personality wise. So Crane Dance could be fun. You know what? I'm satisfied with how this is looking. What color eyes do you want, my good sir? What? I guess brown would work. Let me see. Timberwolf doesn't matter that much with how I'm making this design, but let me just see what color Timberwolf's eyes are. Green. I'm gonna try. Oh. Let me see. I'm gonna try a few different colors actually. So let me start with, I'm gonna use, this picture has such pretty colors. I'm gonna start with these pretty browns. I could do central heterochromia. It's an option. I don't know how well that works with, I mean, I could make it work. But I just want to see, no, wrong layer, bad. I think I'm gonna change that. Can I get a richer brown? No. I have to choose it myself. That's a pretty good brown. Sometimes when I can't decide on what eye color I want to give a character, I will just do multiple layers. So here's him with brown eyes. Then let me... Oh, also, I forgot. I want to give him a little, before I fully forget, let me give him a little, white tipped ears, because it'll be cute. Anyway, where was I? So there's brown. Let me find timber again. Even though I need to fully redesign this man. I'll at least look at what he's got going on. Let's see. There's green eyes. What else could I do? More ambery eyes is gonna be my third option. Or at least this gradient that I call amber eyes. I don't know if it's actually what you would consider. That. And it can sometimes help if I give him little pupils. So here's the ambery, green, and the brown. I could also try maybe with this color or with the green. Try that kind of central heterochromia look. Yeah, later. I think I'm between the amber and the green right now. This is nice, but it kind of just blends into, the darker parts blend into his fur too much from afar. Yeah, I agree with you guys. Amber is the right direction. And then I give him just little dark pupils. And I'm actually really happy with how this design turned out. I don't think I'm gonna do any changes at all. Just gotta decide where I'm gonna put my little signature. Maybe don't put it on that layer. There. He looks great. I do want to try really quick. I want to see if yeah. I like it. He could use maybe a scar. What's my thoughts on AU art? Go right ahead. I like seeing AUs are interesting, so if you want to make AU art of my characters, go right ahead. Could do something like this. Like you said, the lip scar. I'm thinking maybe a shoulder scar just to remove just the giant amount of space that's here. Kidnapping them, thanks. Can't wait to see. I don't know. I'm not great at making scars. Why not both? I could do both. I'm just trying to decide what I actually like. Could also do something like that. Let's see how I feel. Let me line these suckers in a bright ass color. Yes, she's giving me a nice hug. Also, I'll be excited to redesign Timberwolf. I have to decide if I want to give him his ear tufts that I have in this original design. Because I don't know, I like them, but also I don't know how they would fit. I was talking earlier that I kind of want to make like the next step of allegiances. Which I might do anyway. Even if I'm kind of hesitant because I'm not gonna get to actually designing any of the cats for a while, or any of the new cats. That also means I'm gonna have to figure out how to visually distinguish for myself which cats are new. Hey, Derpy's allowed to... I've had my hugs. Derpy can go hug more. Well, let me start by making them the right color. And then let's see. But yeah, I also have to go through all of my journals, because when I was making the story the first time around, I was just playing through randomly, and as I needed more cats or decided on like new cats to exist, I wrote them down. So I need to see who I still want to exist. I also need to figure out ages. I don't know if I want to figure out ages. I just don't know if I want to actually like specify exactly how old a cat is. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. There's a lot to build with. I'm not a huge fan of this. I don't think I like these, how they look. Yeah. It's also a balance. I tend to think of my characters more in years than moons, because it's easier. Once they get like a year old, the moons thing is less, it's just harder to keep track of. I'll mess with Scar's off stream. But yeah, I just need to figure out general ages as to like what cats would have been apprenticed together, and just like who would make sense as friends, and trying to make sure there's not too many cats having kittens like straight out of the apprentice's den. Because I had that issue where I had too many generations being too young in relation to each other. Plus, if I wanted to go crazy with it, I would have to if I wanted